everyone, Lou here. If you're new here, I really love obscure video games, especially super artsy ones that tell powerful stories or leave a lasting impact. However, these games are obviously not popular and so end up becoming nearly lost media or just kind of gathering dust in the corner. That's why today I'll be going over games that need remakes. I'll be going over games I think need remakes due to either being made on an old software that wouldn't let the game properly shine, out-of-date software that has an increased risk of being unplayable with every Windows update, or games that have been out of print for so long that they'd be gone forever if it wasn't for our ye hardies in the community. I was also unable to personally play at least 2 of these games on this list because of issues I had finding the game safely that aren't on some suspicious as fuck website that clearly wanted to give me a virus at any second. Which, I mean, kind of reiterates my point that these games need remakes, if some of you can't even find them unless you're willing to risk your online safety. Alright, let's get started. The Town of Light. I did a review for this a while ago, and I feel like The Town of Light needs a remake because there are some moments I feel need more attention or better research in terms of how something psychologically affects a person, as well as like maybe being a little more clear as to what disorder Renee actually has. At least with Martha's Dead, anyone could figure out Julia had DID and PTSD, but Renee is so vague that myself and others who played the game just couldn't figure it out. Even her psychology paperwork, the most concrete evidence we should have, is so vague with her symptoms that it could literally be anything. At most, all we know is that she has some form of PTSD. The gameplay is also pretty stiff without much of a puzzle element to it and is painfully slow. I think fixing the puzzles to something else would be good too, just to match the quality of Martha's Dead. Imagine with today's graphics what Volterra would actually look like. Gosh, it would probably look like the real thing. I doubt it would get a remake, but I still want it. Dreaming Mary. Although a popular and infamous RPG Maker game, apparently the game has been dangerously close to being lost several times due to the RPG Maker website it was on being taken down, and the Mediafire link for the game is one where not all the bugs were fixed. This is why I think a remake would be good. I'm not saying anything crazy either, but maybe just porting it to RPG Maker MV and maybe updating a sprite here or there, since RPG Maker MV does allow for watercolor styles to look pretty good as seen in the Witch's House MV, though I don't know what the creator would think of one. The creator of Dreaming Mary has been MIA for years, especially after Burnout when making a spin-off sequel to the game involving a boy this time that was put on indefinite hiatus, and the creator just kind of poofed after that. If not her, then I think a dream team of passionate people could always work in keeping the game alive, or just alive for a little longer. The Path. I know this game's gameplay is really divisive among indie fans, and I've already done a video on this one, but I adore The Path. It's a fascinating, dark, coming-of-age story using Little Red Riding Hood as a metaphor, along with a series of sisters. The main reason I think this game needs a remake is because of stability. I noticed this game had a few glitches, like in my video where the girl in white is just kind of running into place during a cutscene, and people have reported that some computers can't handle the game at all due to it being made in 2009, and was never properly updated for newer operating systems. I've heard some say that maybe the next few Windows or Mac operating system updates, this game could be at serious risk of being unplayable. This game also has no mod support as far as I know, so really this game has a strong potential of being fucked over. The devs themselves said it's only a matter of time until a Windows update makes this game completely unplayable for the future. I doubt it'll ever receive a remaster or even an update, as Tale of Tales kind of quit game development for the most part, aside from remaking some Wolf MMO they made or something due to negative reviews of their more artsy games in a time where artsy games wasn't as common as it is now, so unfortunately I'm concerned this game might die. For now, as long as it is playable, I adore this game to pieces, and maybe someday a fan project will remake it to be more stable. And now to the grand finale of this video, the game I think absolutely needs a remake above any other indie game in this video. Rule of Rose. I've never properly done a video on Rule of Rose. As I said earlier in this video, I had a lot of difficulty finding this game without potentially getting a virus on my computer, and I really don't want that, as well as the gameplay I'll mention is the second being kind of bad. I mean, what else can you say, though, that people haven't said already? There's multiple brilliant reviews, analysis, thesis, and more for this brilliant game on childhood trauma and bullying that any attempt I make to review Rule of Rose would just feel like I'm repeating what everybody else on this planet has said already about it. The main reasons I think Rule of Rose needs a remake or at least a remaster is the gosh-awful attempt at Silent Hill's combat system, especially the boss fights. There's a reason this game has to be emulated in modern times, because without the modding of emulation, this game would honestly be unplayable for a lot of people, myself included, because the gameplay is the kind where I would get extremely frustrated if I tried to play it by myself. Also, you know, the fact that this game was only ever available for the PS2, and a brand new copy goes for over $1,000 on Amazon, because what the actual fuck? I'm not even suggesting a full remake with fancy models either, because honestly, visually this game aged pretty well, all things considered, but at least a remaster for the PC or the Switch? The main reason this game isn't even popular is due to a ban in Europe that freaked out overseas parents. They assumed this game was about children brutally beating each other and erotic themes? I'm not sure where the erotic themes came in, but the child brutality was a massive misconception. No children on screen are harmed, and the only character physically harmed is Jennifer, who is 19 according to the game's instruction manual. Even if you didn't know that, anyone with proper vision could see she's clearly a young woman. Just classic parents and old people clutching their pearls over a game with harsher themes again. Goodness knows these same people would have probably collapsed if they saw a game like Mad Father or The Witch's House. However, unlike a lot of games here, this one does have a chance of someday receiving a remake or remaster. This game is partially owned by Onion Games, and they've expressed countless times on Twitter, their developer blog, and more, that a Rule of Rose remake is 100% possible. I think they'd have to fight with Sony or Atlas for approval or for the rest of the rights. I'm not sure, but hey, I still hold out hope for a remake or remaster because this game absolutely deserves it. What do you guys think of a remake of any of these games? Are there any other games you want a remake for? As always, let me know down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. If any of you would like to help support my channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description, along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas, or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!